Hi everyone, welcome to the NeoSander guide. Today, we'll walk you through how to get the most out of your tool, from powering on to adjusting stroke length to changing heads and keeping it in top shape. Turning it on is simple. Press the power button. The LED shows your battery at a glance. Blue means high, over 70%. Yellow is medium, between 20% and 70%. Red is low, between 10% and 20%. Flashing red means the battery is critically low, under 10%. At this level, the tool won't run on battery power, but you can plug it in to keep working safely. Using it while plugged in lets you finish your project without interruption, ensuring your NeoSander stays ready when you need it. NeoSander features smooth stroke length control. Think of it like stepless speed control. The motor itself runs at a constant 13,000 ppm, but as you increase the stroke length, the sanding path gets longer, since speed is technically distance over time. A longer stroke actually changes how the sanding feels. Slide the control all the way to the bottom around 0.5%, completely still. Slide it to the top over 95% for maximum stroke. Anywhere in between, roughly 50–95% offers smooth, linear adjustment for precise control. Pro tip, always slide to the lowest setting before turning the tool on. Charging is simple and convenient with USB-C. While charging, the LED shows a white light. Once it's fully charged, unplug the cable and turn the tool on. Solid blue means the battery is full. When you place the NeoSander on the charging dock, you can easily check the LED status by viewing its reflection on the tool. At the same time, the dock doubles as a convenient place to keep your sandpaper neatly organized and within reach. For long-term storage, keep sandpaper dry and indoors, avoiding hot garages or damp basements. If it has been stored for over a year, check the adhesive before use to ensure optimal performance. If your hands are large or sweaty, removing the head by hand can be tricky, especially when working with saw blades, where too much force could risk damaging the blade or causing injury. In these cases, you can use our aluminum alloy removal tool. Simply secure the head, give it a twist, and it comes off quickly and easily. We'll also provide the STL file on MakerWorld, so you can 3D print a replacement if you don't have one or ever misplace it. The front has a silicone cover that protects the internal parts from dust. There's no need to remove it during regular cleaning. Wiping or lightly rinsing the head is enough. And a quick tip, don't try to force it off, as it can be tricky to put back and may damage the tool. Now let's take a look at the NeoSander in action. With the different sanding heads, you can handle everything from fine detail work to larger surfaces. Keep in mind that different materials can affect the sanding results, so we recommend testing on a scrap piece first before working on your final project. Switching to the saw blade, you'll notice it requires some manual guidance, just like using a handsaw. Since the stroke is only a few millimeters, you'll need to guide the blade. That back and forth motion helps clear dust from the cut. Otherwise, dust can build up in the cut and cause the blade to jam. That's all for today. We hope this guide helps you get the most out of your NeoSander. Keep experimenting, stay creative, and stay tuned for more tips and tutorials to help you explore new ideas. Happy making and enjoy bringing your projects to life.